Don't mess with my discount. So I wanted to say something about some shocking news I heard today. Came across my desk about Aaron Rodgers, the prolific quarterback from the Green Bay Packers. He's still one of the best in the game today, even though he's 36 years old. He's getting closer to retirement every year. But something very shocking was brought to my attention today, and I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that that this happened, and I wanted to let you know that it was shocking to me. I just couldn't believe it, you know? So I felt like saying to him, "Don't mess with my discount." Don't mess with my discount. You know what I'm talking about, right? So here's the news. And this is directly from the Daily Wire. And I'll read the headline to you. And this is going to be shocking to you. This might shock you. It says that Aaron Rodgers' Christian family dismayed after he makes anti-religion comments on GF, which is girlfriend Danica Patrick's podcast, the report says. So apparently he's on Danica Patrick's podcast. I guess it's called Pretty Intense. And literally he said, I'm going to quote what he says. This to me kind of underscores what's going on in society today. So it's really not that shocking to me. It's just kind of shocking how he went about this. This is a direct quote from Aaron Rodgers. He says, "I don't know how you can believe in a God who wants to condemn most of the planet to a fiery hell," Rodgers told Patrick on Pretty Intense, as reported by People magazine. "What type of loving, sensitive, omnipresent, omnipotent being wants to condemn his beautiful creation to a fiery hell at the end of all this? Religion can be a crutch. It can be something that people have to make themselves feel better." Now, wow, I mean, this is, look, I've heard this since I was young. People have said this to me. "Oh, it's just a crutch. I'm a naturalist. I believe that everything you see is all there is. There is no God." I've heard this all my life. So then he says, because it's set up as a binary. It's us and them. It's saved and unsaved. Heaven and hell. It's enlightened and heathen. It's holy and righteous. That makes a lot of people feel better about themselves. So what he's trying to say here is, he's trying to say that if you're a Christian, right, that you think you're better than everybody. That, I feel great and these people should feel awful and, they're going to hell and I don't care. And by the way, that's not what Christ wants or what he said. Christ wants us to love other people. He wants us to call them to Christ. He wants them to call. He wants us to say to them, "Come on, come and enjoy what we enjoy." We should be very happy when we see people say, "There is no God. There is no heaven. God doesn't want us to go to hell. God wouldn't send us to hell. There is no such thing as hell." He wants us to understand. He wants all people to understand that, yes, these things are very real. And in fact, I don't know what Aaron Rodgers believes fully, but I can tell you that we know from the Bible that not only does Jesus reference hell, but he describes it in great detail, and he talks more about hell than anything else. So, for instance, Luke 16:23 calls it a place of eternal torment. That's Jesus saying this. Jesus said it's a place of eternal torment. Not somebody's opinion about it, Jesus himself. Jesus said there's a place of eternal torment called hell. Also an unquenchable fire, Mark 9:43, where the worm doesn't die. That's in 9:48 of Mark. Okay? Also where people will gnash their teeth in anguish. That's Matthew 13:42. So, and then he even says from, which there is no return even to warn loved ones. Now that's the parable. Remember the parable of the rich man and Lazarus? Luke 16:19 through 31. He also calls it a place of outer darkness. Matthew 25:30. Now look, I didn't say this. It's not my opinion. I'm quoting what Jesus said, okay? So if Aaron Rodgers is trying to say, well, all this stuff is a bunch of malarkey, I don't believe in it. Well, then what he's saying is I don't believe in the Bible. And you know what? I respect his opinion, if that's what he wants to believe, but he better not call himself a Christian. If he's going to call himself a Christian, he has to believe in what Jesus said. And these are very basic, foundational truths. This isn't something that can be argued. There's certain things in Christianity that people argue about. Well, should you drink alcohol? Should you not? Should you dance? Should you not? Should you watch a football game? Should you not? There's certain things that we can argue about that are not foundational truths. The belief in heaven and hell, accepting Christ versus not accepting him, those are foundational truths that you can't escape from. If you want to call yourself a Christian, you have to believe in that thing. You just have to. Again, now, of course, I'm going to say that Aaron Rodgers did go on to say that most people that he knew growing up went to church because they just had to go. Okay, and I understand that. So basically what he's saying is that pretty much he's kind of alluding to the fact that maybe that's what he did. Yeah, I was forced to go, but here's the thing. His family is shocked. He didn't even warn them that he was going to say this stuff. Here they're thinking that he's no heathen. All his life they're thinking, oh, he's a good little Christian guy. Oh, he's going to preach the gospel to every creature. He's got such a great platform for it. He's got a lot of influence in his position as a quarterback in the most popular league in the world. And what does he say? I don't believe in all that stuff. Uh-oh. Oops. So now what does he do? He says, now this is what he says. He's embracing a different type of spirituality. This is what he's saying. He's embracing a different type of spirituality. Something more meaningful to him than what he experienced as a child. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, what's more meaningful than Christianity and the love of Christ? What's more meaningful than a man? Now, think about this for a minute. God in the flesh. This is God. This is a guy who made us. Okay, this is God in the flesh. Decides, I'm going to come to earth. I'm going to become one of you filthy rags. I'm going to become one of you lowlifes, because that's what we are. We're human beings. We are flawed. When you dig into our psyche, it's pretty scary in there. Okay, let's be honest. So he comes to earth. I'm going to become one. Not only am I going to become one of you and deal with all the aggravations and ridiculousness that you have to deal with on a daily basis, but I'm also going to give my life for you. I'm going to be sacrificed. Oh, by the way, and you're going to do it. My own flesh, the people that I created are going to kill me. But I'm going to die for you. I'm going to lay down and do it. Even though I don't have to. I'm going to suffer for you. I'm going to give up my life for you. That's what Jesus did. I don't know about you, but I don't think there's anything more meaningful than that. Okay, Aaron? So Aaron Rodgers, I'm talking to you right now. Is there anything more meaningful than that? Than saying, I, who made you, am going to come down and become you to show you that I will suffer as you do in life, but I'm going to do it one better. I'm going to die for you. I'm going to be crucified. I'm going to be beaten and whipped and tortured before I die. I don't know about you, Aaron, but you know what? I know you've been hit a few times in the head. Maybe that's why you're a little punch drunk. Maybe that's why you're not thinking straight. And yes, you've been tortured a little there on the field when your offensive line hasn't done its job. I understand. But you know what? I don't think you've been tortured like Jesus was, okay? Cat of nine tails across your face, ripping your flesh out, literally tearing skin off your flesh and meat down to the level of bone, okay? That's what Jesus did for you, buddy. Aaron, Mr. Rodgers. Okay? I'm sorry, but you're wrong about this, Aaron. And shame on you, by the way, Mr. Rodgers. Shame on you for not warning your family about going on your girlfriend's little podcast to tell the world that you're a heathen, okay? Shame on you. You should have told your family, Aaron. Now you got them all upset. Now they're all upset. Thanks, buddy. Seriously, Aaron? Seriously, Mr. Rodgers? I can't believe this, man. Man, don't mess with my discount. Yeah, well, you better do a discount double check on this, buddy. Because you know what? You're discounting the King of Kings. You're discounting Jesus, the one who made you, the one who loves you, the one who became you, the one who suffered for you and died for you. You are discounting him right now. For some what? For some amorphous, nondescript spirituality? Ooh, it's more meaningful. What's more meaningful, Aaron, Mr. Rodgers? And I want you to see this. Anybody here share this, guy? Anybody who sees this, share this video so Aaron Rodgers sees this. Because this is sick. Come on, Aaron. Get with the program here, man. Get with the program. Man. State Farm ought to drop you for this, man. State Farm, come on, man. Come on, State Farm. Do the right thing. Dump this guy. Come on. It's disgusting to me. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. Anyway, I'm going to take a break from this. Anybody here who's watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when my videos are coming out. Come on, you want to see this, more of this kind of stuff. You want to see me, hear me, what I got to say. It's important. This stuff is important. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers, you're still alive. You have a chance to repent of this. Go back to your family. Ask forgiveness from your family. Ask forgiveness from God himself, from the Lord. Now remember something else I got to say. I really got to say this because this is important. In 1 Timothy 4:1, there's a scripture that talks about in the latter times. In other words, the last days. I think we're in that time. I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on here. People will abandon their faith. Aaron Rodgers, he's one of the people who's a lot of influence, let's face it. He's abandoning his faith, and it says they're going to abandon their faith for deceiving spirits straight from demons, okay? That's what he's saying. That's what Aaron Rodgers is doing. He's taking something straight from the devil, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, this bothers me in some way because he has a lot of influence, and look what he's doing with it. Oh, I'm going to be spiritual. I'm going to do something that's more meaningful than Jesus himself. Really? Than Jesus sacrificing his life? See, a lot of people want to, again, this is important too. A lot of people want to talk about the love of Jesus, the love of Jesus. He loved us and he healed people, and that's all great. He healed the sick, and he made the lame walk, and he made the blind see, and that's wonderful. But the greatest thing he did was give his life for us as a sacrifice for the sins that we commit on a daily basis because we're filthy animals. We are, let's be honest. That's what's most important. It's none of this other stuff. And I'm sorry, but Jesus talked more about hell than anything else. So you know what, Aaron Rodgers? Get with the program, buddy. Get with the program. You got the off season to think about this, okay? But I'm going to tell you what. I want you to listen to me. You get on your knees. You go to your prayer closet right now, Aaron Rodgers, and you pray before God. You get down on your face, and you ask him to reveal truth to you. And don't do it in a phony way. Don't ask for just what you want to believe, okay? You ask for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, okay? That's what you need to ask for. I'm tired of this. So share this video. Let's get this to Aaron Rodgers, because what he did was not only disrespectful to his family, but it was disrespectful to God, the Almighty who created him and all of us. I'm out. Peace.
Find something new. There's no other way to let you know it's time for you to go.